Extinction is a very serious issue facing our world. We get that, but when it comes to these extinct animals, we have to admit, we're kinda glad we don't have to face off against them. Think dinosaurs are scary? Wait until you see some of the animals on this list today. In this video, we are going to be taking a look at 10 of the scariest animals you're glad are extinct. Be sure to watch this entire video as you won't want to miss out on what we have for you all today. Also leave a like and subscribe to the channel to never miss a single upload, but anyways, let's get into the video. Number 10, Purosaurus, or giant crocodile. Purosaurus is one of the largest known of the giant crocodiles. It reigned supreme in Central South America in the Miocene period 8 million years ago. Like most of the other known crocodile species, Purosaurus would have easily been capable of tackling large prey. Purosaurus is also noted for its sheer immense bite force and size. This crocodile would grow up to 13 meters long. That's more than twice as long as the largest species of crocodile alive today. I mean, regular crocodiles are scary enough. I couldn't even imagine one twice the size of a regular croc. To say the least, we are definitely glad this animal is extinct. Number 9, Holoscorpius, or 3-foot-long scorpion. Yep, you heard that one right. A 3-foot-long scorpion that lived in the Vicine epoch of the Carboniferous. Its fossils were discovered at East Kirkton, West Lothian in Scotland 1994, and it was named by Andrew J. German. It hunted by ambushing its prey and then stinging its prey until it died. It would then sucked all of its bodily fluids. Holoscorpius is also an unusual species of scorpion because scorpions generally live in jungles, forests, rainforests, mountains, and deserts, but not in swamps where Holoscorpions lived. Considering how venomous scorpions are today, it's not a question this thing would be very lethal to any human being. Let's just say, thank God these things are extinct. Number 8, giant piranhas. Megatherium paranesis is an extinct Ceraslamiddae charchin fish from the late Miocene, 8 to 10 million years ago, of Argentina. It is thought to have been up to a meter in length. The holotype consistently only of premaxilla and zigzag tooth row, the rest of its body is unknown. While we don't know exactly what this piranha entailed, we can only assume that it must have been one of the scariest creatures to roam this earth. I mean, piranhas are a nightmare for anybody. Imagine a giant piranha. Scary. Number 7, Sabertooth Cat. The Megalodon lived in North America until around 13,000 years ago, which means it probably overlapped with early human inhabitants. Sabertooth cats were not only hypercarnivores with 6-inch long fangs, but evidence indicates that they hunted in packs, says Emily Lindsay, who has a PhD and is an assistant curator and excavation site director at the La Brea Tar Pits and Museum in Los Angeles. It was the last and largest of these saber-toothed cats, ranging from North to South America. Commonly referred to as the saber-toothed tiger, it is by no means related to modern tigers or other pantherines, as it belongs to a completely extinct line of cats. Megalodon was a fierce predator about 3 meters long and 1.05 meters tall. They also weighed up to 800 pounds. Megalodon's hunting behavior was one of an ambush, sneaking as close to its prey as possible before leaping on it. After pinning its victim down with its powerful front legs, Megalodon would use its powerful neck muscles to drive its saber teeth into the neck of its prey. This is definitely another animal that we are extremely glad went extinct. Number 6, Arthropleura. At more than 6 feet long, these millipede-like creatures were the biggest arthropod, a group that includes invertebrates like insects, spiders, and crustaceans, to have scuttled around on the Earth, or at least it's the biggest one we know about so far. It's a phenomenon in the late Paleozoic period that we have these large arthropods, says Conrad Labandiera, PhD, a senior research science in the Department of Paleobiology and curator of fossil arthropods at the Smith Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History. Scientists aren't completely sure why bugs got so big during that time, about 300 million years ago, but Labandiera says the main theories are that having a lot of oxygen in the atmosphere, it made up about 30% of the air then, compared with around 21% now, helped them grow, and that there wasn't anything around to eat them. On land, the largest vertebrates were probably smaller than some of these arthropods, he says. One comforting thought, Arthropolera probably wasn't a predator since it was related to millipedes, which eat decomposing organic matter. But either way, imagine seeing a 6-foot-long millipede just chilling in your home. That would be enough to cause me to want to move out. Number 5, Megalodon. This 59-foot-long shark lived and hunted in the same waters as many other extinct sea creatures. It had massive 7-foot-wide jaws containing 5 rows of around 276 compressed blade-like teeth that were made for cutting and grasping powerful prey. Sharks have skeletons made of cartilage that are not typically preserved in the fossil record, and so the jaws of the Megalodon and a few trace fossils are all paleontologists have been able to build their hypotheses. The body shape of the Megalodon is likely similar to a larger and more robust great white shark. If Megalodon exhibited ambush hunting behavior like great white sharks, it would have taken prey by surprise from below and made precision strikes to immobilize its prey with amazingly strong bites. Sharks are also known for shaking their prey side to side to increase bite forces. Fossils, evidence of teeth marks found on whale vertebrae suggests that Megalodon was an active predator of large whales. Their teeth were built with a structure that would rarely crack even if bone was hit. I mean, what else can you expect? We had to include this creature on the list today. Number 4, Quetzalcoatlus. Let's quickly dispel a myth. Despite being featured in every dinosaur movie and TV show ever, the pterodactyl was not a dinosaur. It was a pterosaur, a completely different order from dinosaurs. But even the pterodactyl wasn't the most dangerous thing in the skies. That honor goes to Quetzalcoatlus, the largest creature ever to fly. The problem is that due to poor fossil records, we don't know exactly how big it was. Modern estimates place its wingspan at around 35 feet. It was estimated to weigh anywhere from 500 to 600 pounds as well. Number 3, Brontornis. These huge flightless predators, which dominated South America from about 65 million to 2.5 million years ago, lived in Patagonia. Nicknamed tearbirds for their large size and predatory lifestyle, Brontornis was the second tallest species of Forus hassid, with a height of around 2.8 meters or 9.2 feet, and the heaviest species with an estimated weight of 770 to 880 pounds, making it the most massive land predator of its time and place. Due to its bulk, it probably had a lifestyle between an ambush predator and one that actively chased prey, pouncing on the latter from a hideout and bringing it down by sheer force of attack after a short chase. It most likely was a dominant carnivore of Miocene Patagonia, being able to take out even some of the largest animals at its time. Number 2, Helicoprion or buzzsaw shark. Living from 290 to 250 million years ago, Helicoprion was lucky to have survived the Great Permian extinction, the worst mass extinction event in Earth's history, where 90 to 95% of all living things became just extinct. Helicoprion is famous for its spiral tooth whorl, which paleontologists once thought was the fossil of ammonite. Modern predatory sharks are able to regrow lost teeth. If they didn't have this ability, they would be much smaller and pass at a younger age. Helicoprion was one of the first sharks to have this ability, making it one of the largest and most successful marine predators of all time. Unlike modern sharks, which shed old teeth to make space for new ones, Helicoprion's new teeth grew from the back of its jaw, constantly pushing its jawbone out in a massive underbite. The center of this extended curled up jawbone would actually be Helicoprion's baby teeth from when it was a pup. Just imagine seeing one of these things go up against a Megalodon. Now that would be epic. Number 1, Megatherium. What would an elephant-sized hamster crossed with a bear look like? Pretty odd, and perhaps a bit like a Megatherium. This genus included the largest of the giant ground sloths, which lived mostly in South America from 5 million to 11,000 years ago. While not quite as big as dinosaurs or woolly mammoths, these impressive beasts were still among the biggest land animals. They were up to 6 meters or 20 foot long. They were part of a group that includes modern tree sloths, armadillos, and anteaters. Megatherium had extremely robust skeletons. They were apparently built for strength and stability, but not speed. They also had long arms and large claws. Most scientists believe they used these to reach up into trees and grab leaves and bark that were out of reach for smaller animals. However, it's been suggested that Megatherium ate meat. The shape of their elbow bones suggests that they can move their arms rapidly, which might have allowed them to swipe at prey. Not only would this animal be very dangerous to be around, but it's also just straight up terrifying to look at.